Like Tinubu, Peter Obi would have removed fuel subsidy, brought hardship if he was president. So with this one, former senatorial aspirant, Princess Oniru, all of you shall want to talk about Peter Obi. If people have not mentioned Peter Obi like this, your body will not calm down. Anything Peter Obi do now? If Peter Obi had entered, he would remove the fuel subsidy. Yes, quite alright. But there are some things he would have probably put in place. He would know the things that will get affected by removing the fuel subsidy and done something to actually alleviate it, that it will not affect Nigerians the way it is affecting Nigerians right now in the tenure of President Tinubu. Princess Oniru. A former senatorial aspirant, imagine, senatorial aspirant. Princess Oniru, na king pikin be that too. Under the All Progressive Congress, before Uncle APC in Ogun State, Princess Olatorera Oniru has said that former presidential candidate Peter Obi would not have been fundamentally different from President Bola Tinubu if he had won the 2023 presidential election. Okay, now you have seen what your President Bola Tinubu has done in his own tenure as president after he removed the fuel subsidy. See what you are going through. Oh yeah, now this 2027 people should now. I don't understand why Nigerians are like this. This is the time for people to give Peter Obi the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, let us see what you can do. Abi? Oh, he would have also removed the fuel subsidy and Nigerians will be suffering. Oh yeah, let him enter and let us see what he can do differently. Abi? Let him enter. He has even said he's going to do just 4 years. So let him enter and do just one tenure. And let's see the difference between him. Let's do a comparison. Between Peter Obi and Tinubu. Compare and contrast. This is the time for people to even vote for Peter Obi. Like, everybody should vote for Peter Obi and let us see what he can do. Oniru made the comments in a statement released Monday titled, "What if Peter Obi had become president of Nigeria?" People should not work with what ifs again. Now there's an opportunity for Peter Obi to actually become the president. So we can see that what if. And let us see, okay, now Peter Obi is the president. Let us see what he can do. People should stop releasing statement up and down and talking and tackling this man all the time. Meanwhile, people don't want to give him the benefit of the doubt. One chance. He has even said, just give me one chance. And let us see what he can do. It is time for people to even say, go safe. Let us see what you want to do. Allow him to go. Why you are just talking. Allow him to do that one time and let us see. If he doesn't do that, we'll say, okay, it's like this presidency thing is really, really hard though. So we'll come to a conclusion. But without Peter Obi entering as the president, all of this stuff that people are talking, you're just wasting your time. Let us give him the benefit of the doubt. Let us see what he can do when he gets there. Titling a statement, "What if Peter Obi had become president of Nigeria?" where she made a critical assessment of Nigeria's political and economic trajectory. In the quiet thunder of Nigeria's political soul, a question still haunts millions. What if Tinubu had become president? She said in a statement obtained by Sahara reporters. Oniru reflected on the 2020 EndSARS movement, describing it as a moment of unprecedented unity and revolutionary demand for change. It all began with the generation demanding more in October 2020. The EndSARS movement surged through the streets of Abeokuta, Lagos, Abuja, Ibadan, Port Harcourt and across Nigeria like a democratic wildfire. She recalled, according to Oniru, the protests were more than just about police brutality. They were a cry for a total political overhaul. But with no formal structure, the movement's energy eventually dissipated. The hopes of reform shifted into the search for a savior. She said, that perceived savior she noted became Peter Obi. If we see him as our savior, what was your business with that? And the Labour Party presidential candidate in 2023 election, Obi, she acknowledged, captivated the imagination, can you imagine, imagination of millions with his reputation for frugality, fiscal prudence and relatable rhetoric, especially his famous slogan, "We know they give shishi." For many young Nigerians, especially those devastated by unemployment, rising prices and decades of corrupt leadership, Obi was a life savior in the storm. She said, yes, She was our life savior because you cannot relate. Can you relate to unemployment? Can you relate to rising prices? Do you know how much they are selling fish in the markets? Have you ever had a time where you were on strike in school? No. You don't. You are a Nepo baby now, nepotism picking. So you cannot relate. So don't tell us that, Obi was perceived as a life savior. Yes, he was. Because you cannot relate to whatever it is that was happening to Nigerians. Even the end-SARS protest will mean nothing to you. Because you've not experienced hardship, Princess Oniru. They called themselves the obedient. Their loyalty wasn't just to a candidate, it was a symbolic disruption of Nigeria's political oligarchy. Oniru acknowledged Obi's strong showing in key areas during the election, including his victory in Lagos and the Federal Capital Territory, as well as widespread support in his home state of Anambra. However, she cautioned against idealizing what his presidency would have looked like. Had Peter Obi been declared president, he would have faced the same brutal economic landscape as his successor, she argued. What makes you think so? Are you a prophetess? Are you a seer? How do you know that? That he would have faced the same brutal? How do you know that? An economy ravaged not just by Buhari regime, but by over 6 decades of regression, in which he too played a part. Oniru pointed to 2 major economic policies under President Tinubu: fuel subsidy removal and currency unification, as examples of measures Obi also supported. Obi has repeatedly stated that he too would have removed the fuel subsidy, yet his decision made without foundational reforms triggered unprecedented hardship and led to untimely death of tens of thousands, she claimed. When more than 90% of the population already endures daily inhumanity, additional suffering is not leadership, it is negligence. So who are you blaming for that? What are you saying? I beg. She also noted the widespread economic disruptions following the currency unification policies. Blah, 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 blah. Obi might have led with a softer tone, greater fiscal caution, and more relatable rhetoric, but the hardship would have remained, Oniru said. In your dreams now, Oniru. You're just imagining things to yourself. Because I don't understand how you would think that if Obi had entered, he would not have done better than the person that is there right now. Mrs. Oniru, Miss Oniru. Samson Oka says, if you guys have not mentioned Obi's name, you will not rest. Is it the only candidate in Nigeria? I wonder. Alukas says, Gala of 15 naira is now 500 naira. You can imagine. The suffering they are calling Peter Obi. I beg, let's hear what. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.